Hey guys, thanks for joining today. It's Kathy with Design by Kathy. Today we're going to do a project that'll be fun, end up with something really pretty. You can do it with your kids, your grandkids, or just for yourself, and decorate your own house with your own art. Yes, we all have it in us to be our own artists. Trust me, I never thought that before, but dip your toe in and you'll find out that you can do it too. Today we're going to do, it is on canvas, and it's called a flip cup technique. So I'm going to show you now how to do this technique, and you'll have fun doing it too. Here's what you're going to need for this project. I've got a 10 by 10 canvas we're going to do this project on. I have my gloves, of course. I have 2 solo cups. I've got my little mixing cups. We're going to be using Craft Essentials navy blue. We're going to be using Craft Essentials. It's actually Christmas green. I've used it before. It's just a really pretty green. We're going to be using this Craft Essentials green. I'm also going to use this Deco Art Metallics, and this one is actually called Worn Penny. So we're going to use this, and just for a little bit of added, we're going to use just a dash of black. So let me show you how to get these paints ready to do this project. I'll take a cup for each one, so I'm going to need 4 cups. And I'm using, for this 10 by 10 size, I'm going to use these little small cups. You don't really want to, the way this works, you don't want to dump a huge amount onto your project, because then you're going to have you're going to paint more than you think you will. So let's see, we're going to do our green. Our navy. This really pretty, hopefully. I haven't used this before, but Worn Penny. It is metallic acrylic paint from Deco Art. And a little bit of black. This is also what is considered a fluid painting. It's just a little bit different technique. So in order to make it fluid, I'm going to use this treadmill belt lubricant, silicone, 100% silicone, as you can see. And I'm just going to put a few drops in each one. Like so. Don't want to put too much because it will actually end up making your painting greasy. I'm also going to add a little liquid, it's called Liquitex Professional Pouring Medium. This is just a great thing, a product that helps your paint go a little further, but like I said, it's a fluid, what we call a fluid painting. So you want the paint to flow across the canvas. So we're going to add like about a tablespoon or so to each of these. Okay, so now I'm going to blend each one. I want to blend the silicone lubricant and the pouring medium. And neither of these things change the color of the paint. It's not going to affect your color in any way. Okay, so now I'm going to take this cup, and I think we'll pick our black first. This is how you're gonna do this technique. We're gonna fill 1 cup with these paints. So I'm gonna put a little layer, little tiny layer of black. Then I think I'll come back with the blue. You can see how it's just layering. It's not going in there mixing anything. I'm just gonna mix my individual colors. My worn penny. And my green. And as you can see, they're just each one laying on top of the other. It's just layering it. Okay, I'm gonna go back with a little black. My blue. I'm going to finish it off because it's 2 layers of each color is what we're going to use. My worn penny. That one is actually, I'm going to add a little more here. That one's not. Add a little more of my medium. Now, gonna make another layer with this. It's just wanting to stay in my cup, so we're gonna help it out a little bit. And our green. Okay, so as you can see, I've layered each paint 2 times, and I have about a half a cup of this. I'm not sure if this is a 6 or 8 ounce. I meant to find that out for sure to let you know, but anyway, it's clearly not this. So have the small cup because we do have this smaller size canvas, the 10 by 10. Okay, now let me show you how easy and fun and cool this little technique is. This could also be considered, you know, part of a dirty, what they call a dirty pour technique, and I have a couple of other videos on that technique. The dirty pour comes from the way we layered the colors in the cup. But this is what we're going to do. I'm going to move everything out of the way here. Okay, do you want to see how this works? I'm going to turn my canvas over like so on top of my cup. And I'm going to flip it. This is why it's the flip cup technique. Flip it over like so. I want all of that to run down into the bottom, or well, actually it's the top of the cup, but it's upside down. I want it to run down in there. Okay, you ready to see what happens? And there we have it. Now, if you can tell, I have a really thick layer of paint on here. So again, like we did in the other dirty pour, we're gonna say, oh my gosh, that almost looks like a peacock. We are going to spread it across the canvas. We're just gonna let it drizzle and run across the canvas. You can see it's still a lot of paint on here, and it's flowing down beautifully. You know, I mean, this is certainly not a difficult project by any means, but I think it's really cool how you can get, excuse me, these beautiful colors. Pick any colors you want. Pick colors that speak to you. And okay, here's what I like about the little worn penny. You see the little cells of that color that are showing up just ever so slightly. You didn't want it to, you know, I didn't really want it to jump out and grab you, but it gives it that little bit of extra personality there. And it's still going. Go back this way. Doesn't that make you think of a peacock? I don't know why. That's what it's making me think of. There's still a lot of paint on here, and it's just taking its time flowing across here. Just keep rotating it and watching it flow the different directions. Clearly I need it to go down in that corner, so I'm gonna kind of hold it this way. I want to kind of add, you know, I want to make sure my edges are covered. See, there's a big blob. There's still a lot of paint on here. It's just taking its little time flowing across the canvas. What you actually could do, which I don't have a straw, you could actually take a straw, blow on these, and get your paint to move a little more, and which will also give it a little bit different effect. While that's still doing its thing, I'm gonna help these little edges. But look how cool that edge looks. I don't want to mess that up. I don't want to mess up how it naturally flowed. And I may have been a little too conservative on my paint. I saw a video where someone, like, you know, painted way more than they intended to, let's just say. I'm actually going to take one of my popsicle sticks, and I'm going to see if I can, like, help a little bit of that. You can see how much paint is still on there. Now, clearly, that changed the effect a little bit, but it's just in the corner, so I think that'll be fine. And, in fact, now we could take a little bit of the green back. Oh, well, no, that's not our green. That is our... We still have more paint that didn't come out. I don't know, I just find it very fun and cool and relaxing that, you know, you can do something like this, make something pretty, make something that, you know, you can look at it and say, oh my gosh, I did that. Or like I said, if you're redecorating your kids' room or your grandkids' room, you know, because everybody knows, you know, Grandma's got to have a room in the house for the grandkids. Let them be a part of this. And then for you Cricut ladies, you know, add their name or do something super special to make it, you know, really be theirs. And they get to, you know, they get to feel like they, which they did, have a total part in making this piece of art that you're going to put on their wall. Put their name or initials or, you know, something special on there for them. Okay, and I use parchment paper. It's just, I want to protect my, although I just have a little cheap plastic, you know, tablecloth under here, but I do want to keep using it. So, now that's interesting that this is made like some little places all by itself. But when I put this on, and I'm going to let that move a little bit, there's still a lot of paint on here. A lot of paint. You can see, there it goes again. Even what I just dabbed on, and you can see right here, this big blurb. It's not a blob. We don't want to call it a blob. It's our artwork, but it is making its way down the canvas and off the edge there. And we'll kind of let it go back this way. The more you move it and keep moving, you know, directions, you know, those different colors. And I picked, you could do it with 3 colors. I wouldn't go less than 3 colors, but you could try it and see what happens. I picked 4. I didn't want the black to be by any means predominant. And I didn't use a large amount of the worn penny, the metallic, because I wanted that to be like the super secret sauce, the secret surprise to come through. Anyway, okay, let me see if I can hold it under here. And the reason that I told you to get the solo cups is because I want to set the paint, the canvas on here. Now, it can still continue to flow off the edges. See some little white spots, just dab, you know, your popsicle stick over them. You're also going to have paint that's going to flow down onto your, well, like I said, I recommend parchment paper. Pick that up and use that. Use that paint that flows over. Honestly, when I chose these colors, had no idea, you know, what direction they would want to take. But like I said, this makes me think of a peacock, obviously, the colors. And I like that. But you choose colors and, you know, go get the tiny little, you can get the small little things of paint. You know, the Craft Essentials, even the size that I just used, they're not expensive. You know, go to Joann's or Michael's and get you 3 colors to start with. Clearly, you can get a smaller, I'll take these off so I can show you. You can get a smaller size of this pouring medium. It comes in all sizes, and you can not only get it, you can get it at any craft store or Amazon, which is my go-to a lot of times place to get my products. Use this size. You can get all of your paints in this size, but like I said, the pouring medium is going to make your paints go a little further, going to help them to flow across your canvas, as well as the treadmill belt lubricant. And that's the thing. You're not going to take a brush. This technique, you don't take a brush and go across this. You want to let it flow. But again, this is a totally different than what we did before. And you know, I hope you'll watch the other video on the dirty pour. But this one is called the flip cup process or technique. And this is what we came out with. Isn't that gorgeous? Well, y'all, I hope you enjoyed this little technique, this little project that we did, and I hope you'll give it a try. The weekend's coming up. What better time than to get out a canvas and go get you 3 to 4 little bottles of paint or what you have around the house, and give this a try and see what you can make. Whatever you do, make it yours, make it personal, and you can do it. I hope you'll like and share this video, and please subscribe and tell your friends about it. Want to explore things together. So thank you.